Hello friends, Tony here, welcome. In this video, I'm going to work with FormKit. I never used that, but I had a comment and I'm going to use that in this project, which is going to help us to reduce. So for example, if I open here the login or register form, the login view, it's going to help us to reduce the code here. We have, because we use TypeScript, we have the interface, then we created here the form constant, also the errors, and the method. Then we have a form with a label input and we display the errors like this. Now if we use the FormKit, which is formkit.com, the open source form framework for Vue, is going to help us to reduce the code here in every form. Okay, so let's start and install this. I'm going to go to installation. Now you can go and read more here. With a zoom it also a little bit. So is existing project, is Vue 3, TypeScript, Tailwind CSS, and yeah, we need to say install FormKit. Let's install the FormKit core. As you can see here, if you're using PNPM, but because I'm going to use ban, I'm going to install also the core here. So let's copy this and just open the terminal on the front end. I'm going to say ban add FormKit/Vue. Okay, FormKit installed. Now the same thing for the core. Copy this and say ban add core. Okay, next, the FormKit Vue package ships with a Vue plugin and a default configuration for easy setup. So let's go inside the main.ts. In my case, so open the main.ts, and here I'm going to paste this one, and then we need to say use the plugin and default config. Okay, copy that up dot paste that in, and let's save this first. Now next, that's it. You're now ready to use the FormKit component in your Vue 3 application. Now, configuration: to configure FormKit, create a FormKit config file in the root of your project and import it into your Vue app. So for example, let's create formkit.config.ts and let's copy this on app.ts. Next, we need to import this file and put in the default config like this. Okay, so let me just come here and create that file inside here. So a new file, formkit.config.ts. Okay, and yeah, let's for now just let's say import default, and I'm going to leave it like this for now. And in the main.ts we need also to import this. Okay, so import the config, and then we need to put it here, config, like this, just here. Okay, now let's go and use the theme. We can say FormKit latest theme. So let's just copy that and come here, paste that in. I'm going to choose this one. Next, what we need is, in the FormKit now, I'm going to update the configuration file. So FormKit with this one to save. Okay, on side the tailwind.config.js, also we need to add this one in the content. So let's open the Tailwind and here paste also this one. Save. Next, if you want to add the icons, which I'm going to leave it for now. Okay, I think we are good now. Yeah, we need also to import FormKit theme. So let's do that in the mine.ts. And I think we are okay. Now let's go and see your first form. We have the say FormKit type text. Also the name. Also if you want the ID, we have the label, help, and the placeholder. Now the good thing is we have a validation. So you can say validation min 2 and max 9, which is similar to our Laravel validation. Now, if you want, you can add. If you don't want, you cannot add that. You can just skip, and it's no problem. So let's do that. Let's open and create our form. I'm going to open the login.vue, and maybe let's remove everything. Let's start with the form. So here I'm going to say FormKit, and we need to specify the type. This one is going to be for the form, and we need also to add the, so let's go forms here, the submit label, and if you want you can say submit attributes input class, my input class, wrapper class, my wrapper class, data theme, and so on. But what I wanted to show you is just this submit label. So let's say submit label, which in this case is going to be login, which represents the button here. Okay, we say login here. So let's do the same thing in here. Now also we need to call the submit, and here we say dot prevent and say login form. On the, because we use FormKit, we don't need to add the dot prevent, and also we just say here login without passing the form in here. And I'm going to show you why. Next, let's say FormKit, the type is going to be email, and you can find all the inputs. So we have, where we have inputs here. You can go and see here. So type text, type select, type text area, and you can see more here. But I'm going to say type email label. I'm going to say email, and also I'm going to add a name, which is going to be email, and that's it. Next, I'm going to add another one. So let me just copy this and paste it down there. We have the email, and this one is going to be password. The label is going to be password, and the name is going to be password. Now, as you can see, I have added the name here. And this form kit helps us if we pass the name. We don't need to add the V model to bind the email, form email, and the form password, okay? So with that now, here is the form kit, and here is our form with custom form with Tailwind CSS. Well, what about the errors? Let's leave it like this for now. So instead of all the code here, now we have only this form kit. As you can see, it has reduced almost all the code. Now, we don't need also the form here. As you can see, we are not using the form. Let's remove that. We need the login form because it's an interface and we work with TypeScript, but also we don't need the errors. We are not going to set the errors like this. Also here, what we are going to say is await the actual instance post login passing the payload. Now the payload is a login form, but also what I'm going to add here is the node. And this node is a FormKit node type. I'm going to hit enter, and yeah, we have imported the FormKit node from FormKit core. And what I'm going to do now, instead of this one, I'm going to say node dot set errors, and here, as you can see, expect the local errors, which is the error message, and child errors. So for the local errors, I'm going to say just an empty array, and then here for the child errors, I'm going to say error dot response dot data dot errors. Okay, now take a look. We remove almost everything. We have only the interface, which also I'm going to move somewhere else. Now I'm going to save this, and let's take a look. Let's open the project. I'm going to open the login, and yeah, it's going to look like this. Let me just copy this and paste in the div, which is the B class max with MD and MX auto. I'm going to say also BG to be slate, maybe 700 rounded, large, and that's it. And inside, I'm going to paste that in. Save. Yeah, also let's add a padding of 4. Now we're going to look like this, which I think is okay. Let me just see if I have the local host. Yeah, we need also to have the backend, which is right here. Let's run the composer, run dev. Good, refresh. Now we have that. Let's see if I come here and refresh. Just hit login to see if we display the errors. Login. And yeah, we don't see the errors. So inspect the element, go to console or go to network and say login. We have a 302 error response. We don't have the errors, but we have a 302 response. So let me just go on the storage and delete cookie. And now let's go on the network, clean this and say login again. Now we have the email field is required and also the password field is required. Just to look more nice, I think let's change this to 900, 950 maybe. Yeah, now it's going to look more nice. Good. So we display the errors. Let's go and register a user because let me open also the database. I don't think I have. Yeah, we have only this one. So let's create the John Doe. John and John at doe.com, add the password. And let's say register. Okay, also when we register, I want to navigate the dashboard. Here we are on the John Doe. I'm going to click on the logout, go to login, say johndoe.com, add the password. Right now it's not looking very good here, the design. So let me just change back to maybe 500 just to see. Yeah. Now for the password, let's say I'm going to add 1 to 4, and if I say login, yeah, that's good. There's not much no records, but if I add the password, the correct one, login, and we are logged in. So if I go to dashboard, yeah, here we are. Okay, that's it. What I wanted to show in this video. So we reduce the component. Almost we reduce everything here because I'm going to remove this in the separate place and also this one. And we are going to have a very clean component. I'm going to do the same thing on the register, but this is going to be behind the scenes, which is similar to this one. And see you in the next video. Now, if you like such videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the video, share with your friends, and see you in the next one. All the best. Thank you very much, friends.